Okay, so if you turn to page 16, this is going to be graphing practice. So we will do a few together, and then you can do the rest on your own. So number 1, sketch the graph of each line. So this is in slope-intercept form. And when we graph from slope-intercept form, we always identify the slope. Now this is -1/5. Remember, the negative can either go in the numerator or it can go in the denominator, right? And b equals -2, and we circle that, and that's where we begin. Okay, so we begin on the y-axis, because this is the y-intercept at -2. Now, I can either, this is my rise, and this is my run. So I can either go down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or I can go up 1 and -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I connect the dots, and that's my line. Okay, so now we look at the next one, and we identify the slope. And again, it's negative, so it's either -5 over 1 or +5 over -1. And b equals -1. I circle that and put begin, because that's where we always begin. So I begin on the y-axis at -1. This is my rise. This is my run. So I either rise -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and run +1, or I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over -1. And that's my line. Okay, now number 3, little tricky because there's no y-intercept, so you actually put +0. So b equals 0, and m is 5 over 2, or -5 over -2. So I start, the y-intercept is 0, I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over +2, or I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -2. And I draw my line. Okay, so you can finish 4, 5, and 6 on your own and check your answers with the teacher. Actually, you're going to do up through number 12. So finish through 12 and then check your answers. Okay, now after you're going to do through 12, and then we turn the page again, and let's look at this. This says, so this is a little different. We're on page 18. And on page 18, we're going to find the slope of each line and state the y-intercept. Then write the equation of the line in slope-intercept form. So instead of me giving you the equation and asking you to graph it, the line is graphed and I ask you to give me the equation. So the way we do this is we first find the slope. Well, how do I find the slope? I find the slope by counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I go +7, and I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, -9. So my slope is -7 over 9. And my y-intercept is 0. So I know I'm going to put this in the form of y equals mx plus b. I know that m is -7/9 and b is 0. So that would be my equation. Okay, Now, for the next one, if you think you know how to do the next one, stop the video, do it on your own, play it again when you're done, and see if you're right. So to get the slope for B, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 4 and positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always simplify. So that simplifies to 2/3. My y-intercept is 1. So my equation is y equals 2/3 x plus 1. Okay, now for the next one, I go up 1, 2. So up 2, and then negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Negative 10. So that simplifies to negative 1/5. My y-intercept is 2. So my equation is y equals negative 1/5 x plus 2. Okay, so you can do D, E, and F on your own, and then check your answers. Maybe I'll post an answer key, but you can check your answers. Okay, so now on the next page, this says state the slope and write the equation of a line. Okay, now what's different about this? These are our special cases. So when it's a vertical line, right? This is vertical. We think of VUX. And VUX ends in x equals. So I know my equation's going to be x equals something. I know my slope is undefined. So what does x equal? X equals 1, 2, negative 3. So my equation is x equals negative 3. This is a horizontal line. Horizontal line is a HOI. A HOI has a 0 slope, and the equation is y equals blank. Well, what does y equal? 1, 2, 3, 4. Y equals 4. This one, again, is a VUX. So it's going to be x equals something. What does x equal? X equals 1. Okay. Now, the next group is also special cases, but instead of giving you the graph and asking for the equation, they ask you to graph. So x equals 2, I'm graphing a VUX. So it's going to be vertical. So I find where x is negative 2 and put a vertical line. The next one is a HOI, and that's horizontal, which is this way. So I find where y is negative 2, and I draw a horizontal line. Think of the horizon. Okay, and x equals 4. Again, it's a VUX. So it's vertical. I find where x equals 4. Draw a vertical line. Okay, so that's the end of this video.